Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. You know exactly why we are here. We are here to talk about the tea from the Women Tell All because you know what? I wasn't invited. I didn't sign an NDA, but I did get all of the tea, so I am here to spill. And before we get into it, you guys know the drill. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, give the video a thumbs up, and comment down below your thoughts of the Women Tell All and of this video when you're done watching it, so I know where you guys stand on all of the tea, and I want to know what you guys think because I actually care, unlike the Bachelor, who doesn't care because they didn't invite me to the tell-all, which is why we are wearing a snakeskin bodysuit today to represent the producers, to represent Mike Fleiss, to represent the people behind the scenes of The Bachelor who did not want me at the tell-all. No, guys, I'm honestly kidding. It's all in good fun. I completely understand why I was not able to be there, and it was just kind of fun to play along, and maybe I'll get an invite to the After the Final Rose, but we'll talk a little bit about that in just a few minutes. How's everyone doing today? Welcome back to my channel if you are new here. I am just like so excited and anxious and overwhelmed in like a good way because I got some juicy tea to spill on the Women Tell All, and I just cannot wait to get into it with you guys because this is what I promised. I promised I would spill the tea, and I got tea straight from the sources. Who are my sources? Obviously, I cannot say, but they're reliable, they're valid, they were there, maybe? Who knows? So let's kind of get right into the Women Tell All. I'm going to take out my phone here and read exactly what the tea is. So let's kind of like share a little bit about it and then we'll talk about it. The first thing here is that most of the drama, as expected, was revolving around Shanae. She had a hot seat for a very long time. She did apologize to the girls for lying since she was caught lying, but ultimately Shanae she just kind of fumbled the ball. She was a deer in headlights. She didn't seem to care. She gave the girls the cold shoulder. She did not apologize. Like she did, but like she didn't mean it. And like she just didn't come across authentic. The key word is that like she was a deer in headlights. So I think that she was just very she just didn't know how to handle the situation, and it just was very cringy. It seems like a lot of the girls were actually trying to help Shanae and like help her out because it got so bad. I mean, a lot of them were mean to her. Like people were cursing at her. Like she was getting very, very ganged up on and bullied by a lot of the girls. But there was a few girls who were trying to help her and calm her down and give her that redemption story, like specifically Sierra and Cassidy. And Shanae just wasn't able to kind of pull through. And I mean, from what I'm hearing, I don't know how they're going to edit it, but it might even be hard to put her on Paradise because she just like really fumbled the ball, which is kind of upsetting because I felt like Shanae could have used that opportunity to apologize and like make things right, but she just didn't. Like it did not work. The other two we have here is that Sarah was in the hot seat and got called out for crying, or not crying, about, telling Clayton that he was crying when he wasn't, lying about it. Sarah got called out by a lot of girls. She did. Sarah got in the hot seat. It's not going to be an easy run for Sarah. I think Sarah is going to go to Paradise and be a queen, but she definitely got a lot of heat and it's going to be addressed. When Clayton came out, they all threw him under the bus and they all were so happy. They basically told him that they were happy they got sent home when they got sent home. So that's kind of like the first initial tea, which I posted on my TikTok, but now we have a part 2. We're here the next day, and then we actually have a few other parts too. So we're gonna keep going. So anything else? Okay, well, Cassidy was also a major villain this season. She posted those Instagram stories, and a lot of people got this mixed up. Those Instagram stories that Cassidy originally posted were posted to her private story. And then I guess she had someone on her private story that was not a real friend. I mean, you got to be careful who you have on your close friends list. I know I'm always switching and changing who's on my close friends list, but that's how those videos got leaked about Cassidy because one of her friends screen recorded them, sent them to Reality Steve. He posted them. So Cassidy she came to the Women Tell All. Apparently she did really, really well. She had like good one-liners. She was like trying to be kind. She kept her composure. She was even trying to help out Shanae. And apparently Cassidy was able to redeem herself and kind kind of score her a shot on Paradise. So good for Cassidy. I remember I really liked her when the season was started. I felt like she was cool people. I know she got the bad edit, but her and Sierra obviously like had to kind of talk about things because Sierra was the one that threw her under the bus. And I don't think that Sierra went too hard at Cassidy. That's what I'm hearing, that she didn't go too hard, but Sierra was actually vocal the entire tell-all. Like, she's gonna bring out a lot of insight, a lot of vocality and stuff like that. They made a girl hold up a sign that said Elizabeth for next Bachelorette. Not surprised of this one. Elizabeth for next Bachelorette. They made someone hold up a sign. Okay. I mean, Elizabeth, apparently there's going to be a lot of mental health talking, and there's going to be a lot of women supporting women, a lot of advocating for mental health and women and all of those great things, which we love. And I love Elizabeth. She's one of my favorites on the show, and Elizabeth will be in Paradise. And it just seems like there's going to be a lot of empowering conversations and important conversations surrounding mental health, because that was a lot of this season. I'm not sure if they're going to bring out shrimp, because like sometimes they do that at the end. They like bring people drinks, or maybe that's on Housewives reunions, but I wonder if they'll bring out like a plate of shrimp or something and make a joke out of it. Geneieve called out Clayton for wrongly accusing her of being an actress and apologized to her, and said that he handled the situation wrong. I mean, Clayton is going to be apologizing to Geneieve. Good. I feel like, honestly, Geneieve, I was always kind of iffy about her in the beginning, but I feel like she really did she represented herself really well throughout the season. She was vulnerable, she was open, she wasn't a front runner, so, you know, she was always kind of on the short end of the stick, but I feel like Geneieve actually, like, didn't engage in drama and, like, was trying to be, like, you know, the moral compass in a way. So, I don't know, I'm excited to see what Geneieve brings to the Women Tell All, and Clayton is going to be getting called out by a lot of the women, but it seems like he's going to make amends. I don't have any specific tea on how Shanae and Clayton's interaction went. I'm sure that will come in later. But I think he's going to be doing some apologies, but apparently he like doesn't apologize to Sierra. Because Sierra was the girl that kept trying to tell Clayton that, like, you know, Shanae was toxic and that he was being stupid. And apparently Clayton does not apologize to Sierra. Clayton does get roasted hard. I just don't know what they'll show, because obviously he's the Bachelor, so they don't want to make him look in that bad of a light. But clearly they have no problem using Clayton as their puppet. I mean, even when Clayton was announced as the Bachelor, Caitlin Bristow had him, or they had Caitlin Bristow make him read those mean tweets about themselves. Like, who does that? So I do feel bad for Clayton. I actually like Clayton. He's not my favorite Bachelor of all time. I'm going to make that clear. Like, he's one of my probably like he's just mediocre to me, but I do like him. I do think he's a good guy. And regardless how this season ends with him going into the fantasy suites with multiple women, I'm going to root for him and hope that, you know, the best outcome comes. And I just can't wait to see what happens. I'm so reinvested in The Bachelor again, maybe because I'm like getting all of the tea now or whatever, but I'm just really like reinvested in the season, and I'm reinvested in like everything, because the season was slow. It was back-to-back seasons, but now that we have a tell-all, we got hometowns, fantasy suites, like this is the part of The Bachelor where it's starting to get good. And that's why I love The Bachelor so much. No matter how much criticism I get, or I give them, or how much I complain, like at the end of the day, like I've always been a fan of the show. I have to own that. I have to embrace that. I've always been a diehard fan. And that's honestly one of the many reasons why I started my TikTok account, Zachary Reality, because I'm an entertainment host. I'm pursuing my TV hosting career, but I'm also a huge reality TV fan and Bachelor fan. And, you know, I kind of talked about this on my TikTok the other day. I made my bed as a Bachelor tea blogger. No wonder they didn't invite me to the tell-all. It is what it is. I'm really not mad about it. If After the Final Rose is a live event, I would love to be there, because I know you Bachelor producers are watching. I see you. We see each other. But I completely respect it and understand. And I chose my bed. So if I did go to the tell-all, I would have had to sign an NDA, and then I would not have been able to give you guys all of the juicy tea that I was able to give you. And this is just what I do best. I thrive giving the tea and talking about the show and talking about other shows. So, I mean, this is the career that I've chosen. This is what I'm good at. I don't know if The Bachelor is ever going to hire me to do their social media or to invite me on their podcast or something like that. I don't know if I even want that. I don't know what is in store, but I do know that what I'm good at is doing these TikToks. And I really just am so grateful for so many of my followers that like just support me and love me and root for me and wanted me at that tell-all more than anything, because I really did appreciate you guys, and you guys are the only validation I need. Sure, it would be nice to get like a freaking PR box or something from The Bachelor, or like a follow, but a lot of the contestants have acknowledged me and appreciated me, and so many of you guys. So at the end of the day, that is all that matters, and I totally don't have beef with the franchise. Like, it's not that serious, but obviously I am on their watch list because I do spoilers and I spill tea, And that's kind of what I was alluding to in a TikTok like a week ago. Apparently, like some of the girls had to sign a legal contract that they're not allowed to talk to me, like the girls from this season. So, I mean, listen, I guess I made it and I'm acknowledged in that way, but it's definitely interesting because at the end of the day, I do want to always be a positive voice on my platforms, even when I'm spilling tea and gossiping. At the end of the day, like I want to be positive, and I hope you guys see that. And I know a lot of you guys do. So, that's the tea from the Women Tell All. I feel like I kind of gave you guys as much as I know at the moment. Obviously, if you follow me on TikTok, I'll give more later. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe to my channel before you go. Comment down below, give the video a thumbs up. And if you haven't checked out my other social media, it's Zachary Reality on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. So feel free to check me out on all of those platforms. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.